If you're on Instagram this month and you are finding yourself getting low views, nobody's following you, and you cannot seem to figure out what is going on with your account, well, in today's video, we're going to talk about what is happening on Instagram in the month of March here in 2024. So I'm Keenya Kelly. I am a TikTok and Instagram strategist where I teach you how to grow on those platforms, but more importantly, how to make money selling your products and services on the platforms, because I don't like my money to be dictated by platforms. I like my money to come in the way that I want it to. And so I teach you how to do the same. So today we're talking about the Instagram algorithm. Now, what I will say is that it hasn't had like drastic changes this month per se, but there are some things that you definitely need to pay attention to. Like, especially the one where we're talking about some of the words you're saying that's causing you to have content suppression. That is a huge one, and we are going to get into that. So let's go ahead and get into what you need to do this month. So one of the first things that's really important that I know you it seems like duh, is that you have to be making sure that you are focusing on creating content for non-followers. Okay, you have to be creating content for non-followers, because what does that mean? If your goal is to get new followers, then you've got to be creating content for people that don't know you, that don't follow you. So it is very important to make sure that when you are creating content, that you are doing so in a way where you're trying to reach new people. One of the ways that I like to say is that one is the topic that your audience is searching for or they are binge watching. But two, it is all about what are you saying in these videos, okay? So you have to say, teach, do whatever it is you do, and then you have to give people a call to action, telling them to follow you, okay? Some people are just gonna follow you because they chose to follow you. But if your goal is growth, then you have to be strategic and intentional with creating content, talking to new followers, but also inviting those followers to follow you. Very simple, like this. Like, you're watching this here on YouTube, and if you want to benefit and learn how to make money online and use Instagram and TikTok to do that, then go ahead and hit subscribe here on my channel. So the same way I just asked you to subscribe is the same way you want to be asking people to follow you on Instagram. Another thing to note is about posting times, okay? Now, one of the things that I will say is that most people check their social medias in the morning when they wake up and in the evenings before they go to bed, during dinner, and all that. Yes, they check it throughout the day, but most time that they spend on it is in the mornings before work and then in the evenings when they aren't at work. So if you want to get in front of people, then here are some of the best posting times this month on Instagram. One is going to be the 10:30 to 12 noon time, because one, that's when people are taking breaks, and then depending on your time zone, that's when people are there. Also, is going to be between 3 and 4 p.m. One of the things I know about that hour, especially when you work, is that that's the time when you're like waiting for it to be 5 o'clock. And so guess what you're doing? You're probably scrolling on social media. That's a great time to have your content there. But not only that, if you're posting between 3 and 4 p.m., then when your audience does log onto the platform at 5 or 5:30, your content is already there. And then one of the best times is between 7 and 9 p.m. Why? That is when the platform has the most amount of people consuming and engaging and doing all the things, because again, they are no longer at work. So if your goal is to get new followers and to be able to do what it is you want to do on the Instagram platform, then those are the times you want to be posting content. Another thing you need to know about posting times is don't post at the top of the hour. This is a mistake that I've made for years. And the reason is because when we think about it, it's natural and normal to say, okay, post this video at 5 o'clock, post this video at 6 o'clock. But you've got most people that are scheduling content, they're all posting at the top of the hour. And so it is more important that you post at 4:05, 6:03, 6:19, 7:14, because now you're not in the mix of everybody that put a surge of content out on top of the hour. I know that sounds kind of like, what? Yeah, but just think about it. Most people, if we schedule content, we schedule it at 5 or 6 or 9 or 3, but most people are scheduling it at 2:15. 2:45, 2:44, right? So I strongly encourage you that if it is your desire to schedule your content for Instagram, then don't schedule at the top of the hour. Another thing to do as it pertains to posting on Instagram this month is make sure you're not posting back to back to back things, okay? Because here's what I know. What I know is that when you post one video or one image or one whatever, then Instagram is going to push it out to people that they feel like would be interested. But if you post this one and then this one, they are kind of competing with each other, because now what Instagram normally would do was sending this video to all of these people. Now this one is here. They're not going to send back-to-back videos to those people. And so now it's divided. I would encourage that if you're going to post, let's just say multiple times a day on Instagram, post in that posting window like 10:33 and then 3:45 and then 7:04 or what have you. So that way you're not posting back to back. You don't want your content competing with each other. You're already competing with other people, so don't make your content compete. Now, this is a big one this month on Instagram, and it's the link in bio updates. So we all know that Instagram has given you the opportunity to put a link in bio, actually 2 links in your bio for Instagram, but also you can put a link in your stories. Now, even though that is there, what we are seeing is that Instagram does not like it when you say link in bio or click the link in bio. They do not like it. We are seeing content suppression at its finest, to where if I'm not saying click the link in bio, I can get 500, 1,000, 10,000 views on a post or what have you. But if I'm saying click the link in bio, it's as if nobody exists. It's as if my page is super new. And I have watched hundreds of creators talk about this same thing. So don't say click the link in bio or link in bio. What you do need to do is utilize some type of software that's going to allow you to send links to people inside their DM. So there's a couple things with that. So first, you can use a tool like ManyChat, and ManyChat is a partner with Meta, so it's all good. So what happens is that you can use a tool where you program this chat bot. And so let's just say that I want to give you to my 3-day challenge, because I have a 3-day Instagram Reels and TikTok challenge that's coming up very soon. There's a link in the description for that. But if I wanted to have you to join our challenge, I would program the chat bot with the word challenge. And then once you comment the word challenge, it would send you a DM with a link to the challenge. And so that works incredible, because one thing is that if you can get people to comment a word, 1, that's a comment, 2, it's engagement, and then 3, now they have a DM message from you where they can then opt into whatever it is you're trying to get them to opt into, or they can buy. But also, because they've commented, now you have the comment section where you can go back and talk back to every single person that commented until they take your desired result. Yes, that could be a little bit tedious, but you are going to lose people if you say click the link in bio, because Instagram is not going to push out that content. So I would say it's more important that you learn how to use a tool like ManyChat so that it can be automated for you. Just last month, we had over 400 people join our email list, and they all came from our chatbot. Okay. So it's really important to do that, because I don't mind paying for ads, but if I don't have to pay for them, I won't. Another thing you want to do this month with your content is you have to begin with the end in mind. Okay. So you have to think about the viewer. Yes, we got to be very intentional when it comes to our hooks, like the text we have on screen, the words we're saying in the video, and then what is the opening frame that people are experiencing. But in addition to that, you want to captivate people within that first frame, that first thing that you say, the first thing's happening on screen, that's going to make them want to watch that entire video. Okay. So I have a video that I posted on Threads. Okay. And I'm talking about this new Canva hack. All right. And the moment that they get me on screen, it says crazy, insane Canva hack. And people are like, what's happening with Canva? And then my facial expression. And so it evokes an emotion of curiosity, of, oh my God, I want to know. And if they're having that experience, then guess what? They're going to stay a little bit longer in that video, and they're going to take an action with that video. And so I'm watching that post on Threads go crazy right now. And I'm sure it'll go crazy on other platforms in the next weeks, months, or what have you. But if you really want to get the attention to your content and grow this month on Instagram, you've got to be very intentional with each part of your content. So whether that is an image post, you got to be intentional with the expressions in the colors, or you in the image. If it's a reel, it's the same thing, because again, there's so many people creating content on Instagram now, and you got to give people a reason to watch your content, to stop and want to engage with you, and then take your desired reaction. Another thing you want to do is you want to get people to try to share your content. One of the things we have learned is that if someone saves a video of yours, it's not that big of a deal as it pertains to the algorithm. But if you can get people to share your video, what we are learning is that a share is worth 400 views. Okay, a share is worth 400 views. And so I would strongly encourage, whether it's going to be you're talking in your video or is in your description, invite people to share your content, because one, if they share it, they're going to share it to their community, which is new people for you. And then if Instagram is going to give you 400 additional views, why would you not try to get people to share? Another thing as it pertains to getting people to view your content is that colors are really important on the platform. And it's like, this is period, because when you think about the average person, like it's what we see in our eyes. Something has got to get us to stop and watch. Okay. So one of the things that I've known about men for a long time is that if you want to get a man's attention, wear red. It's just something that happens to a man when it comes to red. So when a person is scrolling on Instagram, something has got to get them to stop and watch. Oftentimes I will see videos that have yellow, it's like bright yellow, that will cause me to pay attention to the video. Okay, so like I wouldn't use pink in this video because I'm wearing pink, but I would use white or yellow or something to get people to stop and just be alert of something. So if you're going to use text, if you're going to use backgrounds, make sure that what you're using is easily readable, it's good for the eye, and it's a scroll stopping color. Another thing that Instagram is, really weighing heavily right now, this month, I talked about a little bit earlier, is comments. Of course, they want people to engage with your videos or with your posts. And so if you want to have success on Instagram this month of March, you've got to get people to comment, which is why I love ManyChat for that. Because if I'm telling you to comment the word challenge for our 3-day Instagram Reels and TikTok challenge, or I'm telling you to comment the word hooks to get our 75 free hooks, then guess what? That counts as a comment. And so not only did we get the comment, but we also are having a conversation in DM because of our DM automation. So if you want to have success this month on Instagram, get people to comment. But not only that, Instagram is looking for, every time they send out your video or your post to people, they want to get at least 80% of people to stop and engage with your video. 80%. That's a lot of people, right? So this is why we have to be so strategic and so intentional with everything we do in our content, from our description to our hooks to how we're looking on screen to the audio, all the things. Because if we are not intentional about that and someone else is, then you're going to find yourself with people scrolling away, not watching your content, not engaging with it, and then not taking your desired result, which is buying your product or service or opting into your email list. And then the final thing that Instagram wants this month, Instagram wants videos to get as many replays as possible. Replays. So that means someone watches a video and they watch it again, right? Because have you ever wondered why some of these posts are like super viral on Instagram, and you're like, why is that? Well, normally it is because a video has looped. They have done something in their video to get you to watch it over and over and over again. Sometimes it's a funny video, creative video, and so you choose to watch it over and over again. Other times it's because the video is short, like a 5 to 7 second video, and now they have all this text on screen, and it's like the video has to loop in order for you to read the entire text. Or what people will do is they'll write really long descriptions and have a short video. I'll give you an example. Let's just say I record a video that is 7 seconds long, and I tell you tips on ABCDEFG, and it's in the caption. If you come down to the caption and start reading in the caption and you have to read for a while, that video is looping. So I'm not only getting you to do what I want you to do in terms of reading and then commenting and the keyword and all that for our 3-day challenge, but I'm also getting my video to loop, and Instagram loves that. So I'm not saying all of your content needs to do that, but as you are developing your content strategy, one of the things you want to have happen is you've got to implement things that's going to cause people to watch your video, okay? Rewatch, share, comment, and all the things. And that is how you are going to grow this month on Instagram. So if you have a business and you are wanting to learn more strategic ways to use Instagram Reels and TikTok to sell your products and services, then this month I want to invite you. We are hosting a 3-day Instagram Reels and TikTok challenge for 3 straight days, where I'm going to be teaching you 1 hour every single night on how to use these platforms. All you have to do is you can click on the link in the description and get all the details, and then I will see you in the challenge. So if you haven't already done so, like this video, and if you have questions, ask me in the comments, but also subscribe to the channel, as we have 2 videos that come out every single week. So thank you so much for watching.